Hello, I'm with Lynda Jones today, who's a local artist based here in Monmouth. We're currently at Lynda's house, where you also do some of your painting. Lynda, tell me a little bit about yourself. When did you start painting?
I've always painted, ever since I was little, always painted. Never not painted or drawn or anything like that. So.
And when did you seriously think about painting as something you wanted to pursue as a career?
Probably when I was about 17 or 18, when I was in the sixth form at school. I always really loved art, but I wasn't entirely convinced I could make money out of it or have a career. I just went to college for a year at Newport, did a foundation course, and then did 3 years at Aberystwyth University.
Tell me about the process you'd use to
From the start of a painting.
Yeah.
I'd probably go through my sketchbook, so I'd go out somewhere, or I would be out somewhere and I'd see a certain view of something and something about it would be really interesting. So I'd either sketch it, just a really quick sketch, and if I had my camera with me I might take a few shots with my camera, go home and then sort of work on a much larger scale, sort of on the shape of canvas that I would probably use. I would take a canvas and I would prime it. I underpaint with gold paint basically on several layers, and I sometimes think it makes the paintings glow a bit or something, but it's just a colour I like working on. Then I would start building up the layers of colour. The painting changes so much from the original sketch. Sometimes you can see the bare bones of it, but it just changes. And even colours, if you black in some colours, colours suggest themselves and other shapes, which is good.
The trees, you've got a very definite
style.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
I don't know, I always think they look like broccoli florets basically. I just really like painting them that way because the trees are so interesting around here at different times of the year. I mean, this time of the year they're quite brown, but there's some white in them and things. They're quite different shapes and you can really distinguish them, whereas June time there's a beautiful green colour, but they're all very similar.
Of your paintings, they look like they've been taken from the air.
Oh, yeah.
Look, how do you get that?
I don't know, because it's weird, because when we're sitting here they were really low down, aren't we, and we're looking up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when, I don't know, I'm not sure, I've wondered about this because I don't always intend for them to be like that, but when I get back I sometimes, if I'm not sure where I am, or I'll get maps out and I'll try and work out where we are on the map and I'll end up looking at contours and things. So it's almost, I'll use one part of the sketch and then put the area in its sort of context, what everything's around it, and I start to sort of paint the shapes and things like that. So I think that's the closest I can think of. Yeah, because I don't go up in a balloon or anything like that. I hate flying, so yeah.
How many paintings are you working on at the moment?
About 14. Yeah, 14. Yeah, I've got an exhibition coming up in mid-June, I think it is, so I'm pretty flat out, but it's not a problem. It sounds like it's a production line, but it's not. It's sometimes the more you work, the more you really get into it.
So how do you sell your paintings?
Nearly 2 years ago I submitted some work to the Great Atlantic Gallery in Monmouth, and they sold a couple of the big landscapes, and then they take my work off me now basically, and we sell through there, but I do sell privately sometimes as well.
I love the kind of magic realism of what she does. It reminds me a little bit of Rousseau. There's, I suppose, a hint of Van Gogh in there, but it's very individual, and the fact that she's now spent quite a lot of time in our back garden painting that is very endearing as well. I mean, you just want to have that because it's very personal. It's very dedicated kind of artistry and skill going into it. And in fact, a couple of the ones that we've got in the house, she's had back and made slight adjustments to, and I think that's really endearing. You can tell there's a genuine artistic spirit there.
I also like to go to the south of France, and because do some more work down there, that would be nice. But anywhere that's interesting terrain, basically. Nowhere flat. Holland wouldn't be any good, I don't think.